Hi, welcome to WhatACroc Steph. So today I'm going to do a breakfast, but I do it at night, set it and forget it until the morning, and then breakfast is ready when I wake up. I'm a mom of 3 kids, so doing everything after they go to bed is like the best thing ever. The best time to clean the house and to get things done that I want to get done, especially preparing for the next day. So here I'm going to teach you how to make my WhatACroc Western omelet. If you ever had a Western omelet at a diner or anywhere you go, you know they're delicious, but bet you didn't know you can make it in a CrocPot. So here we go. You're going to grab some butter cooking spray and make sure you spray your entire CrocPot, the whole inside. And then I already prepared everything ahead of time, so we're just going to be showing you what to put into the CrocPot, layer it, and then we're going to set it and forget it. So I start with layering the bottom of the CrocPot with some of these Simply Potatoes shredded hash browns. You get them at any grocery store. They're really good on their own too if you're just in a quick fix for some potatoes and hash browns for breakfast. So shredded hash browns, they come frozen, but I like to defrost them and keep them in the refrigerator. So I had put them in a bowl, and we just layer the bottom half of the CrocPot with some of the potatoes. Like I said, this saves so much time even during the week. So you could do breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything can be done in the CrocPot. And it's very easy, especially when you have 3 young children that you take care of on a daily basis. So you just want to make life as easy as possible when it comes to that. So we added the potatoes as the first layer. And then we add in the ham. Now this is just some deli ham that I got. It's low sodium boar's head ham, and I cut it into chunks. It's a ½ pound of ham cut into chunks, and then we just layer all the ham on top of those hash browns we just put in the bottom. And you're gonna see how easy this is. I mean, it's a lifesaver. So, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a very busy mom at that. So, and what mom isn't, right? So I just layer the ham in there on top of those hash browns. And got that all in there, right? And then we're gonna add some of the shredded cheese, not all of it. So I always buy cheaper the better too. Cost is very significant, especially when you're trying to save money. So I get just mild cheddar, finely shredded cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese from the grocery store. And I put all that into a bowl. But I'm just going to take some and just sprinkle it over the top of that ham. And when I tell you this is so yummy, it's really yummy. So in the morning we wake up to the aroma of it, so it smells good. And the good thing is my kids eat it, I eat it, my husband eats it, so there's never been any complaints. So we layer that, and then we're gonna go to our vegetables. So everybody knows the Western omelet usually has like peppers and onions. So I did it the cheap way too, fast and easy. And I get the pepper and onion stir fry, frozen stir fry. So it's peppers and onions in the frozen bag. Defrost them, cook them in boiling water real quick, drain them out, and then I usually cut them up into small diced pieces. Nice and easy. So once you do that, I just take some of these and we layer some of that on top of the cheddar cheese. That's our next layer. So it already smells good just putting this stuff together. It's not even cooked yet, so it smells yummy. I wish they invented smell-o-vision or something, because you guys would love the smell of this, especially peppers and onions. I mean, who doesn't like the smell of that, right? Nice and savory. So layer that in there, and put as much as you can all on top. Spread it around a bit, and then we're going to repeat the process. So we're going to repeat it 2 times. So you want to layer this 3 times total. So again, we're going to do the hash browns. Layer those potatoes on there. And you know, it's just so much easier, and people think like, oh, you know, I'll just use my oven, and they have all these other appliances and stuff like that, and gadgets and stuff, like kitchen gadgets and everything, but nobody ever really goes back and resorts back to the crock pot. I mean, like, this is a lifesaver for moms, busy people in general that like have to go to work and you want to prepare meals for the week. On a Sunday, you prepare like 2 or 3 meals in the crock pot throughout the day, set it and forget it, and then you could just get those little Tupperware containers, bring them to work with you, to school with you, for the kids, anything like that. So, I mean, the crock pot is like the best and easiest kitchen appliance, if you ask me, that we've ever been blessed with, because I mean, this is like, to not have to like worry about boiling over water and messing up the stove or the oven and grease everywhere. And that's the other thing too, this is very healthy because you're not putting in any butter and like added oils and everything else. So it's like just pure natural vegetables, ham, you know, so you got your protein and you got your vegetables, you got your cheese, your dairy, your eggs, and so on. So it really makes sense too, even as a health thing, if you're into just a healthy meal that'll be ready when you wake up, and that the whole family can enjoy, because it makes enough. Obviously, you see how big the pot is, right? So I mean, the crock pot is like bigger than some of my gravy pans, like my sauce pans, whatever you want to call it. I'm Italian, so I call it gravy, but to each his own. So then I layer the peppers again. I did the cheese and then the peppers again, and then we're going to do one more layer of everything. Finish off these potatoes. Put them in there like that. And that last layer of potatoes. Guys, this is like smelling so yummy. And like I said, you know, you got potatoes in there, so you got your starch, your carb per se, you got your cheese, you got your ham, your proteins, your veggies. So it's like kind of just all in one. And not for nothing too, but growing up, I loved breakfast for dinner even. So like, even if you decided to do breakfast for dinner one night, you can do this in the morning and then set it and forget it, and by the end of by dinner time, it's done, and you're golden. Like, it just does it for you. It does the cooking for you. It cooks it evenly. It's just really, 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 really great. So then just add the rest of the peppers and onions on top. So I started when I was living alone before I met my husband. I was living alone, and I started doing everything in the crock pot because somebody had given me a crock pot as like a housewarming gift for when I moved into my first apartment on my own by myself. So I'm like, I'm not gonna cook whole big meals, and why am I gonna cook all this big stuff? And I wanted something that I could cook for me one day a week in the crock pot. Usually it was a Sunday. I did all my crock pot meals, and then like I said, I divvied them up into containers, and I brought them to work with me, or I brought them to college with me. So things like that is like really, really helpful and important, especially when you're like running out the door. You want to just grab and go. So you grab one of your Tupperwares out and you go off on your way. So it's already done, it's already made. And then wherever you get to your destination, school, work, a friend's house, whatever, you can bring them meals to a friend's house and heat them up there and stuff like that. And it's easy because all you have to do is microwave it, you know? So once we've done that, we've done our 3 layers of the hash browns, the ham, the cheddar cheese, the peppers and onions, and then we did those 3 layers up. Now here I have already listed up, but here I have 6 eggs, 6 large eggs, mixed with a half a cup of milk and a little bit of salt and pepper, just for added flavor. And then all we're gonna do, and watch how simple this is, guys. This is serious business because it is so easy. Just pour that all over your layers. And now you can choose, if you want, you can choose, which I like to do because I like all the flavors added into my eggs. So I literally just mix it all up, make sure that egg mixture is all in there, like so. And then, when I tell you, you're gonna wake up and be like, what did I do last night? It is now 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm in New Jersey, and I can tell you that in 10 hours, on low, in this crock pot, you're going to wake up to the most delicious breakfast ever. Now this is it's a Saturday night here, so I'm doing this on a Saturday night, so it's a nice good breakfast for us all, the whole family, on Sunday morning. So you'll see too when I do other videos that I'll be posting soon about some lunches, some lunch ideas in the crock pot and some dinner ideas in the crock pot. But I wanted to start with breakfast because breakfast really is the most important meal of your entire day, right? So, and once we have that energy from all that goodness there, like, forget it. You know, like, it's just gonna be amazing. So I've done that. I put the cover on. Hopefully your crock pot has a low and high setting, and then it has a warm setting. So when I set this to low, on low, for 10 hours, and it has the timer on it, for 10 hours. After 10 hours is up, even if I'm not awake yet, or maybe I'm changing the kids, one of my kids, or I'm running around crazy, you know, just trying to get everybody settled and sitting down to have breakfast, all of us together as a family. Even if it's done in those 10 hours and I'm not done or ready for it yet, it'll still go to warm. So it'll still keep it nice and warm for you till whenever you're ready to eat it. So when I tell you, it is truly WhatACroc. It's WhatACroc Western omelet. There you have it, people. I hope you enjoyed my first video. There will be more. And happy eating. Enjoy.